Let's go to our mats. And let's see if we can start in our squat, even just a little bit, bending and straightening the legs. And just slowly start to, you can even feel the balance as you do this. Feel the hips starting to balance and come a little deeper. And when you're ready, we're going to come on down all the way to our back. And we'll bring our knees to our chest. And let's put our arms down so we have to start to balance with the hips. Squeeze the legs together and make those circles. And start to make them a little bigger and then go in the opposite direction. And let's straighten our legs up toward the ceiling and bend. And do that a few more times. And as you flex your feet, you could feel how the hips are pressing down. And just one more time. And we're going to put our feet down on the mat. And let's roll the shoulders down. And slowly start to lift just the hips up as we lengthen the arms down. And we're going to add the arms with the hips. And we're going to do one more and hold the hips up, hold the arms up, stretch through the fingers. And feel the breath in the belly. And then we're going to roll the hips down, but let's keep the arms in a goalpost position. And when you're ready, bring the elbows in and out. And one more time with the arms. And then we're going to take the knees, just let them drop over to the right for a spinal twist and turn our head to the left and breathe. And let's take the knees over to the other side and turn the head as well. And last deep breath. And we're going to bring the hips or the knees back to the center. Let's put our hands behind our head. And we're going to take the right knee to the left elbow. And keep going leg to leg. And one more time to each leg. And then we're going to do our regular crunches. And one more like this. And then take the legs straight out and in. Keep squeezing the legs together. And 5 more. And then let's put our feet down. We're going to bring the arms down and roll the hips up and walk the shoulder blades together. 3 breaths. And we're going to lift our right leg up and then the left. Let's do a few more. And then last one. And before we bring the hips down, let's slide the ball under there, underneath our sacrum. So we could feel the difference here and lift the legs straight up. So for a second, we're going to keep the legs together and we're going to try to make a few circles with the legs together and not gripping with the arms. So you really feel this in your abs. And then circle in the opposite direction. And one more circle. Really good. So we're going to point and flex the feet. And make the circles with the feet. And then in the opposite direction. And let's do big backwards bicycles. So we're going to wake up the legs and the hips, bringing the knee toward the chest and extending through the heel. And then let's go forward with the bicycles. And we're going to take our legs 90 degrees. And let's tap. We're going to keep the legs together. We're tapping the toes down, both of them, and up. And we're going to do this slowly. So if you want to join me, bring the arms, the elbows together as you do this. So you've really got to balance on the ball because that's our theme today is our balance. So let's do a few more. And then we're going to try it flexing the feet. And just one more. And then let's come into happy baby and take a few breaths. Let the hips release a little bit and the groin. And we'll bring our feet together, Baddha Konasana. And then we're going to release and cross our right foot over the left thigh. And let's do the big stretch, bringing the thigh a little closer to the chest. And 3 more breaths. And then we're going to slide that right knee over the left knee, Gomukhasana on our back. Hold whatever you can grab there and breathe. And then let's release, and we're going to do the other side. So left foot over the right thigh and come into that deeper stretch. Maybe you can hold the back of your right thigh. And one more breath. Now we're going to slide the left knee over the right. Hold the calf muscles or the ankles. And breathe, rolling the shoulders down. And we're going to uncross, and let's come back to our happy baby again. Just see how if there's any difference in there, any release. 3 breaths. And we're going to take this into a straddle. So flexing the feet, legs are nice and wide. Now let's bring our arms up and through and then over the head as the legs come together. And then 2 more. And let's bring our feet back down to the mat, arms come down, and roll the hips up. You could take the ball away. Let's walk the shoulder blades together. And breathe. A couple more deep breaths. And we're going to lower down, and let's roll to the side and come on up. And we're going to come into our straddle. So not real wide, because I'm just going to tell you, we're going to be lifting our legs. So we're going to bring our hands to our heart and really press them together and see if you can lift the right leg up and then the left without leaning back. It's a little difficult. So you have to adjust where your legs are and keep going. We're using those bigger muscles. And one more time to each leg. And then let's forward fold, releasing the arms and feel the spine lengthening. See if you could do a couple of cat-cows here. And we're going to come on up and let's crisscross our legs and then twist to the right. Roll the shoulders down. And twist to the left. And then to the center, another forward fold. Let's walk our arms to the right. And then over to the left. And we're going to come to the center, come back up, And let's do our side stretch. Right arm down, left arm over. And we're going to go over to the other side. The left one down, right arm over. And let's come back up and reach both arms up. So we're going to clasp our hands over our head and lengthen, lean to the right. Just kind of feel how you're stabilizing through the hips. Over to the left. And then back to the center. So we're going to bring the arms down. We're going to come on over to a right side half arm plank. And we're going to lift our left arm up. And then let's put the hip down. We're going to sit up. As we cross that left leg over the right, we're going to twist to the left. See if you could take your right elbow over the left thigh. And one more breath. And then we're going to try our Gomukhasana here. So slide that left knee over the right knee. Forward fold. And we're going to come back up. Let's uncross so we can come on over to our left side half arm plank and reach the right arm up. And then we're going to bring the hip down. And as we sit up, cross the right leg over the left, twist to the right, crossing the left elbow over your right thigh. And then we're going to come to Gomukhasana. So slide the right knee over the left knee and see if you can hinge forward a little bit more. And last deep breath. So we're going to come on up and let's come on over to our hands and knees. First of all, feel this movement and we're going to try a few cat-cows. So letting the spine move. And one more complete movement. And let's come down into our puppy pose, reaching the arms forward and press through the hips. And then our Sphinx, bringing the forearms down to the mat and lengthening through the belly. And then a half arm regular plank. And walk the legs together, extend through the heels. And let's come into our child's pose. And we're going to bring the arms behind us and release the head. And let's sit up on our heels and twist to the right. And then to the left. We're going to come into the center, regular child's pose, arms reach forward. And walk our arms to the right. And then over to the left. And to the center. And then downward dog. So we're going to come up on our toes, bend the knees, and walk to the top of our mat. And come halfway up and forward fold slowly. And then we're going to come all the way up. So let's clasp our hands over our head. Lengthen the arms up. Lean to the right and take our left leg out to the left. And then we're going to switch left foot down, lean to the left, right leg reaches out, and we're still lengthening the arms. We're going to come back to the center and just diving down, forward fold. Let's step back with the right leg into a lunge. Take a deep breath. We're going to lift the left arm up in a twist. And let's come back to down dog. Now we're going to lift the right leg up and step the leg forward. And the left halfway up. Forward fold. And let's come all the way up. Arms in goalpost position. We're going to lift the right leg up, the right knee up, and just hold. And then right foot down, left knee up, and switch. And then left foot down, diving down, forward fold. And now we're going to step our left leg back for that lunge. And reach the right arm up, spinal twist. Let's step back, down dog. Left leg lifts up and steps forward. And the right. And we're going to see now in a deeper forward fold, release the head. And then let's come all the way up. And hands to our heart. Twist the upper body to the right. And then to the left. Back to the center. Let's hold our hands behind us. Roll the shoulders down. Right knee up. Let's see if we could take that knee out and in 5 times. And then switch legs, right foot down, left knee up. And open and close 5 times. And then last one. And then left foot down. Let's inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right leg back. So we're in another lunge, left arm up. So it's a deeper stretch and twist. And then come back to down dog. And right leg lifts up and steps forward. And the left halfway up. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to our heart. Twist the upper body to the left and then to the right. To the center. Inhale up. Forward fold. And then left leg steps back. And right arm up. And our twist. We're stepping back to down dog. Left leg lifts up, steps forward, and the right, and then Utkatasana. And let's come all the way up, inhaling up, hands to our heart. We're going to step our right leg back for pyramid, squaring the hips, inhale, looking up in our back bend, and lengthening forward, hands are at our heart. And let's come back up, arms come up in our back bend. And this time, we're going to revolve this pose. So as we come down, we're going to take our right hand down, left arm up, 3 breaths. And then let's slowly come on up. Arms come back up, another back bend. And we're going to step forward as we bring our hands to our heart. And then let's step back with the left leg for pyramid. And we're going to come into our back bend. And forward fold, hinging from the hips. And let's come on up as we bring the arms up into our back bend. And then as we forward fold, we're going to come and revolve this pose. Left hand down to the outside of the right foot, right arm up, 3 breaths. Really good. Let's start to unwind as we bring both arms up and come into our back bend. And now we're going to step forward, bringing our hands to our heart and roll the shoulders down. Let's come up on our toes. Keep rolling the shoulders down. And then we're going to come down on our heels. Inhale up, looking up, forward fold. Let's step back to our down dog and take 3 breaths. Now we're going to lift the right leg up, step it forward to our lunge and come into our high lunge. And take a few breaths. Let's twist to the right and cross the left arm over. Come into a deeper twist. And left fingers down, right arm up, and more of a twist. And step back, down dog. Left leg lifts up, steps forward, and our high lunge pose. And take a few breaths. And twist to the left, cross the arm over, hands together. Right fingers down and left arm up. And let's come back to our down dog and lengthen. Now we're going to lift the right leg up for three-legged dog, forward to plank, back to dog, and 4 more. And then we're going to put our right foot down and switch. Left leg lifts up, three-legged dog, forward to plank, back to dog, and 4 more. And 1 more. And then left foot down. Let's come into our regular plank here. And we're going to do some mountain climbers, bringing one knee down and then the other. And then chaturanga. And we're going to lift our hands up, 5 cobras. And now let's reach our arms over our head and roll the shoulders down. 3 breaths. And let's bend the right leg. So we're going to lift and lower the leg up and down 10 times. Five more. And put the leg down and take a breath. We're going to bend the left leg, same thing, lift and lower 10 times. And 5 more. And then leg comes down. Let's bring our arms down. So we're going to put our hands underneath the thighs. And we're going to lift everything up and slowly lower down. And then 4 more. Keep breathing. And now let's press back, child's pose. And we're going to take a few breaths. And let's sit up on our heels and just take a breath. We're going to put our hands on our thighs, roll the shoulders down. Let's take our right hand down to the floor, left arm over for our side stretch. And then go to the other side, left one down, right arm over. And we're going to come back to the center and let's clasp our hands behind us, roll the shoulders down, and let's come into rabbit. So we're going to lengthen forward, head down and hips up. And one more breath. And then let's sit back on our heels, release the hands. We're going to put the hands all the way down and lift the hips up. And then head back to neutral. Let's come into table. And we're just going to do 5 tricep push-ups. And let's bring our bottoms down. So we're going to come into our big V pose and bring our hands underneath the legs, so the ankles, and hold our feet in turtle and hinging the whole upper body forward. And one more breath. And let's come on up and straighten our legs. So we're going to do another back bend. I know we've got our ball, but you don't have to do this, but I'm going to put my ball under my mid back. We're going to come into fish and bring the elbows down. And you could stay like this, or you could bring your head all the way down, arms over the head. It's kind of up to you how much you want to do, but the legs are active, thighs pressing down. And a few more breaths. And then we're going to slowly, slowly come back up. And we're going to bring that ball onto our legs and bring the ball right into your belly as you forward fold, hinging from the hips, and release the head for 5 slow breaths. And then let's slowly come on up. We're going to let that ball go, put it to the side. We're going to come into our squat and take a few breaths. And 2 more breaths. And let's lift the hips up. So we're going to come into a deeper forward fold. Release the head. And we're going to take our right leg up behind us and come on our fingertips. So it's like an assisted warrior 3. Take another breath because we're going to come to standing. So we're going to bring the right leg forward and we're in Tadasana. Take a couple of breaths as we roll the shoulders down. We're going to come back to our squat. And let's take a few breaths here in our squat. And one more breath. And let's lift through the hips in a forward fold. And we're going to try the thing we did on the other side with the left leg. So bringing it up behind us, we're on our fingertips. Modified warrior 3. Take another breath. And when you're ready, step that left leg forward and we're in standing in Tadasana. Let's inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. We're stepping back to down dog and taking 3 breaths and feel the difference in your body. Let's lift our right leg up. We're going to come into warrior 2. Now let's take a few breaths in our warrior 2. And reverse. Left arm down, right arm up. And we're going to lengthen over to the right, side angle both arms out. And start to take the right fingers, just lengthen them down toward your foot. Hover the fingers. And we're going to come back to reverse. And then our warrior 2. And Trikonasana. And let's try our half moon. We're going to hop our left leg up. And come back to Trikonasana. And one more breath. And let's come on up. So let's clasp both arms or both our hands over our head and press the arms up. Lean to the right. And roll the chest open. And we're going to lean to the left. And then back to the center. We're going to come into our forward fold. And come into a deeper forward fold. Walk ourselves to a right side plank. And then over to the other side plank, left side plank. And then we're going to come back to our wide-legged pose and into our forward fold, holding our ankles for 3 breaths. And let's come on up into our back bend. And then warrior two, turning our left foot out. See if you're a little wider now with the legs, going a little deeper. And reverse. And let's take both arms over to our side angle pose. And then the left fingers come down, just hovering above the floor. Keep reaching. And we're coming back to reverse. And warrior two. And then Trikonasana, straightening out our left leg. Hi, Ava. Oh, sweet. And let's, oh, she's doing downward dog. Let's come into our half moon. Oh, you're so nice. You're just right here. And back to Trikonasana. 3 breaths. And let's come all the way back up. And this time we're going to reach our arms out and take the right arm down, left arm up. And then go to the other side, left arm down, right arm over. Let's come back to the center. We're going to hold our hands behind us. Inhale, looking up and forward fold. Let's bend and straighten the legs. So with our hands like this, let's just go side to side with the legs a couple more times. And then to the center, take a deep breath. And let's slowly come on up, reaching the arms up. And a little back bend. And we're going to come into goddess. We're going to turn our feet out and bring the elbows open and closed. Now with the elbows open, goalpost, let's lean to the right. And then over to the left. And to the center, take another couple of breaths. And inhale up. We're coming back to down dog. And take 3 more breaths. And we're going to walk to the top of our mat. And let's hold our elbows and take a few breaths in our forward fold. And we're going to come on up and release the arms, come into another back bend and lengthen. Hands to our heart. And let's walk our feet together. And we're going to cross the right knee over the left knee and left elbow over the right for eagle. And forward fold. And breathe into the spine. And one more breath. And let's come on up. And we're going to uncross, hands to our heart. And now we're going to cross the left knee over the right. Right elbow over the left, forward fold in eagle. And breathe. And one more breath. And we're going to come on up and uncross. And let's bring our hands to our heart and breathe. And let's come down in our squat. And we're going to take a few slow breaths. And one more breath. And we're going to roll down on our back. And let's bring ourselves into our happy baby. And notice how your spine is pressing into the mat. Now we're going to bring our feet together, Baddha Konasana. And then we're going to put our feet down on the mat and come into a twist. So whatever side is comfortable, notice the difference in your spine. How many more places you can breathe into in your whole body. And let's come into the other side, twist. And one more breath. And we'll come back to the center and let's roll our hips up and see the difference in our back. Take another couple of breaths. And then we're going to come all the way down for our final pose of Shavasana. Feel the weight of your body pressing into the mat, into the earth. And we're giving thanks for this beautiful earth, for the sun and the skies and the wind and the water. And feel these elements as they support our body with each breath and each heartbeat. We're wishing ourselves good health and harmony, peace for our homes and families and communities, our country, and for our brothers and sisters everywhere. Let's slowly begin to inhale more deeply. and wiggle our fingers and our toes. Let's stretch our arms over our head with a big breath and roll to the side. And we're going to come on up to our seated position. And let's bring our hands to our heart to seal in our practice today together. Taking a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thanks everybody for coming today.
Thank you, Marian.
Thank
Have a good day.
you. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the wind and the rain.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. It was
Okay,
wonderful.
bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Thank you.